Hey everybody, Denise Barber here. I am going to go ahead and be doing my nails today, and I figured I would be putting together a couple new videos. I wanted to go over my prep and just what I do to get things started. So I actually just finished soaking my nails off. I have a Nifty Difty machine that I got from Walmart. I know there's already a video going over how I use it, but just got finished with that. Don't mind my dogs, they come by. I just have a little table set up and I'm in my bedroom. So anyways, so we are going to go ahead and get these puppies going. I had a trader completely didn't actually cut off or anything. It got snagged on something and it tore off on me. And I'm still recovering from a pretty severe eczema breakout, so don't mind if my thumbs look a little bit rough. So usually when I start, I usually get my cuticle pusher. I actually want this one. I start by going around my cuticles. I just take it and I lightly go around each one of them. And this is how I remove that cuticle. I know a lot of people use a actual cuticle remover, and I believe you just apply it and then using the pusher like I'm using it right now, you're able to actually work that into the cuticle and it removes it. I have not used a cuticle remover yet, although I would not oppose one. But this is just what I do. And I am lightly scraping a cuticle off of there, just really, really lightly. And you can see it coming off. And then I'll go back and just push it with that other end. And you can use whatever cuticle pusher works best for you that you prefer. I mean, even, I guess, technically an orange stick would work for this also. So, completely personal preference, you guys. Just like a lot of stuff when it comes to dipping, you know. It's nice to see videos and such, but once you find your actual groove and what works best for you, there's really no turning back. But we're all different, and what works for some might not work for all. So, anyways, my poor thumbs, I hardly even hit because I've been moving my dad around, and we've just been moving stuff around and having to do a lot, and my stress level, if you can imagine, has been through the roof. And I even went without doing my nails for about 3 weeks there, which is very, very unusual for me. I have pretty brittle, thin nails as it is just naturally, and that's why I like to dip. I also have the very bad habit of picking my thumbs, and when I have something on my nails to make them thicker, I can't pick my thumbs, if that makes sense. I physically cannot do it. So those are the reasons that I like to have something on my nails, because yeah, it prevents me from my bad habit, and it allows me to actually grow nails, because if I try to just do my natural nails, it doesn't happen. Like I say, they're just too frail. Definitely don't have strong nails, unfortunately. Okay, so just got through all of them. If you need to, and you have them handy, you can just take and cut off any little hangnails if you happen to have them. I also keep little tweezers available too. I know that if you have an e-file, they have attachments for that, but I actually do everything with just hand files. So I use a 180 grit. This poor thing has actually been chewed on by my dog, so don't mind it, but it does the job. And what I do is I just take the 100 side of it, or either side actually, and I take it very lightly and just rub off the shine of their shine, i.e. roughen up that nail bed. I do not press down hard. I do not want to file down into my natural nail bed if I can help it. What I'm trying to do is just roughen up the surface enough that it creates a little extra something for the powder and those liquids to adhere to once I actually start applying my dip. And I go all the way up to the cuticle, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, but very lightly. And then, of course, my poor thumbs. Don't mind them again. One of the huge reasons I like to keep stuff on my nails, because I end up picking and nothing good happens. If you prefer to use a small buffing block, as long as it doesn't actually smooth your nail, you can use such a thing while doing this. Again, personal preference, whatever works best for you, whatever you're more comfortable with. Alright, all of them done. Going to take this little brush I have right here. I actually have another brush also that I actually prefer to use. I just don't have it at the ready right now. So there you go. You can see there's no shine on them. And you see that there's still a little bit of unevenness. What happened is while I was moving, I kept getting my nails caught on stuff, and they actually ripped up my nails and they pulled off almost every single one of them. So what that's done is that's created an uneven nail bed for me, and so it's still creating those little divots. If you look up at the top, it's growing out actually, but I noticed that, yeah, because that happened, it actually messed up my nail bed. So that's why those look like that. So I do a couple things while I'm prepping to help with lifting and to help with pop-offs and things of that sort. I have very naturally oily nails, so I definitely have to use a Prep Bond dehydrator. I actually use this Mia Secret extra bond that I got off of Amazon. You know, you could use a primer, bond, dehydrator. They all work the same. Your main goal is to just pull those natural oils out of your nail and dry them, because what it does, again, is it is another extra layer, or it creates more of a what am I trying to say? A stronger bond. My apologies. It creates a stronger bond between your natural nail and the powder that you're going to be applying. And I believe this is usually used in acrylic application, but it works fantastic for me. I've never had an issue with it. If you just seen what I did, I actually dunked it in, hit all 5 nails, because a little goes a long way. Went ahead and dipped it again, all 5 nails, and that's it. And what I'm going to do is just give that a little bit of time to go ahead and dry for me. If you don't have a prep or a bond step like this, you can use rubbing alcohol, or you could even use acetone to just dehydrate your nail a little more. Unfortunately, I'll have issues if I don't use something. It's just the way it's always been, even when I was going in to have my nails done. So there you have it. I have read that if you do not let it dry long enough, and you try to actually move forward with your process, so your base step, it will harden your base brush. So make sure you do give it plenty of time to dry out. And just make sure that you're careful about that. I've never had the issue. I've read that other people have had the issue though, so I like to disclose it. The other thing I do for my prep before I go and I start actually applying the product is I apply this nail aid. I read once upon a time, somebody asked if anyone had suggestions about just giving their natural nails an extra added layer of protection. Somebody suggested this. I bought it. It works for me. That's why I still use it. There are a couple different options. I think there's like a yellow bottle and a pink bottle and the blue bottle. The blue bottle is just what they had at my local Walmart. It's the one I got. It worked for me. I keep using it. I have seen other people and read other people that have used the other bottles. I believe they work the same way. So I would think that whatever your local store might have should work. I go ahead and I apply a thin layer on all of my nails. Because my poor little thumbs are extra ouchy, I will actually get them with a little thicker layer. And I would do that on both of them because they are still growing out. And I definitely want that extra protection for them. I like to actually do 2 layers of this. It does not give me any issues with lifting or pop-offs as long as I follow these exact steps. I have gotten up to 3 weeks of wear before, although I actually like to change out weekly. So I usually don't have any issues whatsoever, but I just like to change out my colors. Because why not, right? So I will give them just a couple seconds to go ahead and dry a little also. You noticed I went ahead and I did my entire right hand and then just moved on to my left hand. I'll go ahead and do another coat. You don't have to wait for it to completely dry before you do that second coat. But you definitely do want them to completely dry before you start your application process. Definitely don't want super duper thick layers. My Trader here. I don't think I will put a tip on it. I usually don't do tips. I just let my nails grow out if something happens. On Sunday, I was working on something and I caught it. And I even made the comment about how I was lucky that I didn't lose my nail. And then the next day when I was at the store doing something and grabbing something, it popped off and I didn't even realize it. So thank goodness it didn't hurt, but it was all downhill from there because it was essentially the same length as the rest of them. But yeah, within just that little time, not even 24 hours, it ripped all the way down. My nails always end up catching on something. So I usually try and do my manis back to back. I know some people can just let their nails be and just wear naked nails for a while. I am definitely not one of those people because, yeah, if I try it, my nails will tear off on me every single time. Alright. And again, these are the 2 products that I use for my prep. File 100-180. I have my little fingernail clippers. Little pair of tweezers. And that is what I use, and that is how I do my prep. I used a little brush. You could use like a makeup brush or something just to get the powder off of your fingers. What else I will do if I need to, if there's like, if I have crazy amount of powder or something, I'll go rinse my hands off. Or you can also just wipe your fingers down with some rubbing alcohol. That'll also help it. But there we have it. They are prepped and they are ready to go. I hope this video helps give you a little insight into how, I prep a little better, and maybe you will find a little help in it too. Have a great day, you guys.